fortress. So, yeah, the main scenario stuff. We need to protect Veronica Castle until the scenario ends. Yes, that's our mission. That's your mission. Good to see. Finally, guys having finally clothes. Okay. You checked the updated mission window, right? I want all of you to help build a gong in protecting Veronica Castle. Bro, I still think it's so unfair that only Dokja has his original drip and everyone else had to change. If anyone from Japan's first team or the Serpents appears, don't fight them head on. You must run even if it means abandoning Veronica. Holy moly. Holy. Okay. You must run even if it means abandoning Veronica. I still kind of think the snake they are talking about is Yamato no Orochi, given the hints they have provided in the previous chapters, talking about the little girl that was sacrificed because a freaking monster was rampaging in that damn village and it turned out to be a centipede. But the core memory I have, it was the snake, the 8-headed snake. So by that logic, I'm thinking the whatever constellation he's talking about is Yamato no Orochi. You can promise me that? Yes, I promise. But are you thinking of going alone? Not alone. Asuka Ren? Asuka? I'll go with these two. Let me guess. Asuka and not Jihei, not Yongsung either. Suyong? Man, it's still crazy how people just glazing her as a goddess, bro. Wait. It's a belt there. Okay. Omniscient Reader, episode 135, chapter 25. Those who face a Those who face a god, part 1. Who we face in outer god? So, I mean, constellations are a type of a god, right? Which way are we going? First, where the strangely shaped rocks are. Strangely shaped rocks? Yo, did Asuka Ren actually acknowledge though? Did she actually confirm that she's gonna be joining us? Outer gods and gods are different? So what's the difference though? Outer gods because they're out of the cosmos? Huh? I'm applying the LOTM logic here. It's a spoiler? Alright. But Japan has already taken over that area. I know. It's still so ambiguous what happened to Izumi. Bro was talking as if they killed him, but he did not die. Apparently the snake killer constellation is not Izumi's. That's kinda divergent from the original TWSA as well. That's why I brought you along. Man, what's the power though? Do you trust me that much? I don't, but I was hoping you could pay me back for saving your life. It's not much of a trust, it's just paying back the favor of saving her. I mean, that's kind of solid, I guess. See, it will be easier for me to win her with favor by telling her that instead we'll get there in 2 days, just one if we move fast. I need her to tell me all the information before we get there. Is she looking at Asuka or why is she making that face? What's your plan? Are you going to look for the King of Catastrophes? Oh, there was a reaction there. Okay. Well, the scenario won't end unless we kill him, right? The label? No, not the label. Renowned Catastrophes. And currently encountered 1 out of 2. The King of Catastrophes, question mark. Either find the King of Catastrophes or find a new clue. Are you saying that knowing who the King of Catastrophe is? What? Are you saying that you know the what? Translation error? Or am I just not understanding that right? I was hoping you'd tell me that. Okay, she's asking, do you know who the King of Catastrophe is? And Doug just saying, I don't. I thought you would. Could I entrust these people with this information? If I were to tell them, how much I should tell them? Should I tell them? She completely does not trust them yet. How has the White Demon King, Izumi Hiroki, became the King of Catastrophes? Oh? Huh. I thought the King of Catastrophes would be, I don't know, the snake, the serpent. But wasn't originally in TWSA, Izumi is supposed to have the snake killing constellation, but here in the Divergent, bro himself is a King of Catastrophe. He is the serpent. Oh, did you know that? I think Dokja took a lucky guess, or is that an educated guess or just a random guess? You managed to deduce who the King of Catastrophe is. A few constellations have gifted you 500 coins for your amazing skill of deduction. Okay. The White Demon King, Izumi Hiroki. Partial truth or complete truth? He was a supporter of Jungyuk in the later rounds and the King of Japan who was very competent. So why he became the serpent though? But he decided to become a catastrophe this time around. What was different? Are they all divergence just leading because the apostles and Dogja being around? Or it's just because the novel was just floating through because Dogja actually made copies of SSS grade Infinite Regressor, and through all that the supporting things that had to happen didn't happen and it just jumbled around. And this was something that didn't happen in the earlier parts of TWSA. How I know this isn't important right now. We don't have much time to worry about things like that right now. I am to blame for what happened to Izumi. What happened to him? Fight the little people. I am against it. Fight the little people? I am against it. Killing the small people here would only be a repetition of what happened to us back on Earth. This is Izumi talking? That's such an idiotic thing to say. Man, centipede. Just by the silhouette I know it's this damn centipede. We'll clear this scenario with ease if we become catastrophes ourselves. So why do it the hard way? I mean, kinda true. But where's the morale in that? Yamamoto. Yep, goddamn. So it was you who sent the dimensional carrier pigeon with that note that said don't kill the small people. And the leader sent another one saying the opposite. So Izumi said don't kill them, but the centipede said kill them. Kill them. Wait, did we see Michio in this chapter? Did we see Michio in this chapter? I don't think so, right? There is no Michio. Oh, okay. Bro was just AFK. Kaboom. So it was you who sent the dimensional carrier pigeon with the note that said, don't kill the small people. And the leader sent another one saying the opposite. If they were to become catastrophes, they would have cleared the scenario much easier than any prior scenarios they experienced on Earth. I mean, it's an easier way, but where's the morale in that? Where's the humanity at? And where's Jungyu at? Straight up? Yeah, I know. If they were to be catastrophes, they would have cleared the scenario much easier than any prior scenarios they experienced on Earth. Honestly, the yesterday's thing, I think it was on my part. I basically hit the nail in the coffin saying I had some issues with my PC. I mean, I did kind of have issues with my PC, but just by pulling out the CMOS battery and just putting it back in, just solved it. It was as simple as that, bro. Straight up. That's why you killed your teammates. What great sense of justice you have. Damn. That's coming from Han Soyoung, by the way. I don't really get you. Shouldn't the lives of fellow teammates come before the lives of the small people? Well, that's... I mean, it depends, right? I mean, it kind of depends. Are you on the good side or the bad side? The context matters here. But there wouldn't have been a problem if Izumi had used the ruler's throne. Oh, so in fact Izumi did not use the ruler's throne. I thought bro was just sitting on the throne and commanding everyone, but no. I mean, Japan is not destroyed yet. So level 2 of Omniscient Reader's viewpoint activated. You can only read a fragment of this character's thoughts due to the lack of your understanding. The power of the ruler's throne had a little effect on those who already became a catastrophe. How? So the ruler's throne did not have a effect on it? So here's the thing, right? Does the ruler's throne actually go to different places, or bro just sits there and commands everyone? Stop attacking Yamamoto. I guess he... No. He did kind of use the ruler's throne. I thought he did not. He did. But what about the repercussions? Izumi has used the power of the ruler's throne that he hated so much. I guess he knew the repercussions, or he just didn't like people obeying him because of a throne that is much more disingenuous. My goodness, this guy. My goodness. How unfortunate that I. Huh? Oh, okay, it's PEACELANDER. Alright. I was like, who the hell is flying around? It's a PEACELANDER. Asuka was just sitting there, and this was the point where they turned against him and they got penalized, got shrunk. The idea of nations such as Korea or Japan is meaningless now in this scenario. The only teams that are here, catastrophes, PEACELANDERs. Pick or choose, bro. Or small people and catastrophes. For someone to control one team, Izumi, come on, bro. Damn it. They would have to become the king of that team. I will become the king of catastrophes. So Izumi had no choice in this. He was forced to, because he kinda had to control the scenario in his own way. So you hate to see that though. I will become the king of catastrophes. Where is he now? That's the real question. Where is he? So Izumi ended up killing the small people. That's right. He went against his own ideals for the sake of scenario. Damn. What happened after that? Seeing how you're still alive, the ruler, the throne seemed to have taken effect. Oh, I thought, okay, Izumi got a new design, or it's just the color palette. It did, however. Oh. What's wrong, Izumi? Get away from me right now. Is it because he used the ruler's throne a little too much? Yeah. Get away from me right now. Whoa. Man, I always love this. Whenever the pupils go like this. Splat. Oh. Huh? Is he vomiting the snakes? What? He became the serpent. Where the hell are these serpents coming from? If you think this is his arm and his shoulder, this has to be his. So he just became the serpent? Damn, bro. Imagine seeing that in before your eyes. He is traumatized. No way. There's no way for us to kill him. If you knew who his supporting constellation was. Who is he? Sovereign of 8 heads. Sovereign of 8 heads. What am I saying from Yamato no Orochi? Man, Yamato no Orochi, the sovereign of 8 heads. Am I cooking? Or am I just burning? Also known as the serpent. The serpent. True name. Come on. It does kind of look like him. Okay. Yamato no Orochi. Damn, I cooked. I really did cook. Okay. Yamato no Orochi. I mean, the hints were already there even in the previous chapters when the centipede story was kind of itching me. When he said the story, there was a girl in the little village. She was very kind, and suddenly a freaking monster infect rampage, and they wanted to sacrifice the little girl onto them. If you know the Yamato no Orochi's, like the mythos or whatever, you could kind of tell. Pre-watched. Nah, man. Pre-watched. At this point, if I was in chat, I would be spamming pre-watch, of course. Yamato no Orochi. Crack. Look at Suyo. Originally, Izumi Hiroki's supporting constellation in the 3rd round was the one who cut down serpents. Yep, Dokja did mention this before in the previous chapter, but now he has ended up with the serpent as his supporting constellation. Orochi? Isn't that the monster from Japanese folklore? That's quite a powerful constellation. I think it is. And the sovereign of 8 heads signs a spirit contract with its incarnations. He must have reacted to his true name. Oh, wait. So Thunder here is him reacting to his true name. Whoa, okay. So if you just say Wukong, is it gonna react as well? In return for lending them immense power, they slowly take away the incarnation's ability to control oneself. Looks like we have our work cut out for us in this scenario. Let's go after him right away. He has the ruler's throne with him, so it will be over once we get him. We can't do that just yet. The scenario's gotten a little more difficult than expected, so we'll need some time to prepare, because why? We have to save the Peacelanders, not destroy them. We've headed to the area with the strangely shaped rocks to see someone there. Who's here? See someone. Who? Jungyuk? Jungyuk's here? Jungyuk and Seolwa? Wait, not Seolwa. Someone who's strong. Oh, stronger than Jungyuk. Stronger than Jungyuk. What? Someone stronger than Jungyuk actually exists? I mean, to be frank, right? There has to be someone stronger than Jungyuk. And even stronger than this guy, maybe? Or is it a guy or the lashes are telling me it's a girl, bro. What? Someone stronger than Jungyuk actually exists? That's right. A powerful man who was born in Peaceland. Born in Peaceland? Are you kidding me? He's native. I don't know. I thought he'd be a catastrophe like us from Japan, but no. He's native Peacelander. Or her. Who knows? Don't you know how weak the people here are? There isn't a single swordsman here, let alone a decent swordsman. And as for magic, there's no magic. We're going to meet someone that's so amazing. Okay, let's see. All they can do is start a small fire. Wait, they have magic and all they can do is just start a small fire? Okay. I actually thought this was just a medieval period and they did not have any mana or magic concepts, anything like that. But they have magic. but they can only just start a small fire. They're like some villagers from an antiquated fantasy novel. It's as if someone gathered the weakest people in one place just to screw with them. I mean, I really don't get it. Does it seem intentional though? Is the Stars team doing this intentionally? Putting all the weak people in the same place and just to eradicate them by using other planetary systems? And why the hell why is her face covered like that? Why the Dokebi said this place has the stage for the scenario when they like simulating situations? Holy shit. Why have the Dokebi said this place as the stage for the scenario when they like simulating situations? Are they even trying? Calm down. This world wasn't created by the Dokebi. I mean, do Dokebis even create worlds? I don't think so, right? They just have a, I don't know, a Twitch chat, a Twitch stream. Even Earth, by that logic, we can also assume Earth was created by a freaking Dokebi Byung. No. Is she blushing or is she embarrassed right now? Why are you embarrassed though? I mean, we were kind of talking about how seemingly all the weak people are gathered here, and that doesn't really make sense. And did the Dokebi create this place? Did she create the place? Am I? Huh? Is she TLS 123? Why are you crying? I'm sorry. I mean, she is an author, so did the work she write, like TWSA, become real? And is every novel a world somewhere? Bro, what? Why are you saying sorry? Please give me a confirmation. Bro! Soo-young's face with a little fang. I kinda missed that actually. The main scenario 6. So she is the creator. That's actually crazy though. Do you have a like competition saying we're gonna select this novel to become into reality, something like that? Did TWSA and whatever the novel she wrote became the winners of the competition? What is the selection process here? Please tell me. It is scenario serpent hunting. Yep, bro. Asuka Ren. I'm sorry. Wait, don't tell me. PEACELANDER is. Why are you crying? Scratch. Oh, it's not a novel, it's a manga? I mean, she was a manga artist, right? Micho did say she wrote comics, so comics in Japan is manga, obviously. Damn, it's frame to frame. Holy shit. It's a comic that I drew. But how did it become a reality in some other planetary system? Then didn't you feel anything when you came to Peaceland? I mean, obviously they're not gonna show us beforehand that, obviously. But damn, does this also confirm that TWSA can be either of any of them, but it's just randomly selected this way, and it so just happened to become the Earth's reverse isekai, just as Peaceland with Asuka? And who wrote TWSA? I basically just said it's future Dokja, and maybe even Han Soo-young. I don't know where I'm going with this. Omniscient Reader. Episode 136, Chapter 25, Those Who Face a God Part 2. Well, my novel became a reality, so I guess that could also happen. That's not your novel. But yeah, it's not your novel. It's similar, but it's not. Wait, is that why you're against killing the small people? Because they were characters in your comic? If Han Soo-young was the writer, the original writer, she had no freaking hesitation for killing people, bro. Nah. She built it. Man, we got a real artist on our hands here. She's actually picking on Asuka right now. You killed them off without any hesitation when they were in a comic. The hypocrisy. But now you can't do that because they became real? A hypocrite. You are a hypocrite. So why didn't you make them a little stronger to begin with? I mean, what is with this shabby shoddy? What? Shoddy world building? That's the first time I read something shoddy. I guess it's supposed to be shabby. Well, there were too many isekai fantasies work in Japan as of late. What do you mean as of late? From the beginning of Dawn, after Mushoku Tensei, everything is just isekai. So you created a classic fantasy comic in retaliation. You just can't keep creating the same stories as if they're being stamped out from the same factory. Kinda true though. Kinda true actually. Did anyone watch Sentenced to be a Hero? I think that's a God, one of the best. Yeah, this is just the thing I'm about to say is just same copy paste thing that you say everywhere, every reactor, every Twitter page. It's one of the best series airing right now. Some same stories? Korean fantasy writers who plagiarize others. Same stories? What? Sentenced to be a hero. I mean, the Sentenced to be a hero anime. The same stories? Dokja watching this while Han Soo-young blatantly accuses. Okay, this is kind of funny actually. His expression. As if your story is any better, you idiot. What? You know what, Dokja? In the counts in this world talk casually to dukes. What? And don't get me started on the knights. All of them are good for nothing pretty boys that. Wait. Oh. So it's basically a... I don't know, should I call this shoujo? Was she writing a shoujo manga, bro? Shut up. It's all because of you that we are going through all this. Damn, Soo-young, you didn't have to go that hard. She did not know it would actually become a reality. You begged the Dokebi to make your world a reality, didn't you? Accusations, bro. Your comic must have bombed, so you wanted to make everyone who badmouthed your comic come into this world to die. That's probably what you wished for, and the Dokebi probably said something like, "Your wish is my command," and made it happen. Do you realize what you're saying? Or I can also think this way, right? I can also have a different view, saying all this shit. Instead of Asuka, it was Han Soo-young. You know, she's actually the TLS 123, and she requested Dokebi to make her novel the reality. Why not? We can push that agenda again. Dokebis never talk like that. They don't. I mean, maybe the intern Dokebi. Gosh, no wonder you're a writer. You have quite an imagination. Imagine Byung saying, "Your wish is my command" to Dokja. No, that's not true. How could something like that even happen? It's still crazy how out of every novel, it's her novel that came to life. How the hell did that happen? What is the selection process? Then what? I'm curious about this too. Even TWSA doesn't say any why Peaceland was selected to become one of these scenarios. If I find out why, I must be able to learn something about TWSA's author too. It was the last email we got from TLS123. Thank you, dear reader. Sending TLS123@naver.com. Dear reader, TWSA will become paid content starting from 7 PM today. That will help you. Good luck. This will help you. Good luck. I think TLS123 knew the world would, start adapting to TWSA. So he sent it to Dokja. But I don't think Asuka knew, right? I'm pretty sure it just came up surprise to her as well. But I think TLS knew. Well, that's... Oh, we're getting surrounded. These are now the same guys as before, but I really am dying to know, but I don't think we have time for that right now. What? Unbreakable Faith? Oh. They're using kunais? No, that's not a kunai. It's the fucking... What do they call it? What are the star blades, bro? Run! Sharingans? Should I call them Sharingans? Damn it. When did they catch up to us? They're very good at keeping themselves hidden. They must be the Wind Shadow Squadron. The Wind Shadow Squadron, okay. It's a squad consisting of non-human species who worship Izumi. So all of them are just non-humans, humanoid demons and whatnot. So just glaze Izumi. Izumi glazes. Gosh, the Japanese sure have a talent for coming up with cool names. Hey you, go ahead, I'll buy you some time. Are you going to be alright? Oh, so you... Okay. To us, goddess. You know me, I'm a master at playing dead. We still did not talk anything about that, did we? Then I'll leave it to you. I don't think we ever got the repercussions of using avatar skill, right? It's Shuriken. Okay, it's Shuriken, not Sharingan. Why am I thinking about Naruto right now? Itachi? Why are you here? Then I'll leave it to you. Ren, we don't have much time. Ren? Wait. Huh? Wait. I thought Ren and Asuka Ren were two different people. When Michio was saying the exposition of Japan's squadron, he said Izumi and Ren, and we got introduced to Asuka Ren. But somehow I thought Ren and Asuka Ren were two different people, but she is Ren and she is Asuka Ren. Okay. Holy damn. I don't know what you mean. The returnees. Kaigro Gios? Kyrogios. I don't know. Oh, wait. Let me just come from here. Ren, we don't have. Holy shit. Goddamn, excuse me. Sorry about that. Ren, we don't have much time. We really need him. We really need to find him. I don't know what you mean. The returnee. Kyrogios? Asuka Ren is one person. What? Tell me where Kyrogios is. TWSA only mentions in passing that Kyrogios is in Peaceland during this time. He doesn't. Okay. It's a he, not a she. He doesn't actually appear in the novel. I guess. So how do we know that he's stronger than Jungkook again if he's just mentioned only in passing by in the novel? So I kind of expect her to react like this, but I really don't know. I never created such a character. And all the characters of my comic are weak. A powerful man who was born in Peaceland? So he's an original character? Kyrgios? I know I'm butchering that name, I'm sorry, alright. Kyrgios, I'm trying my best. Kyrgios, a powerful man who was born in Peaceland. There must be few who too young failed to stop. I didn't want to do this, but here it goes. Peaceland's publication stopped on its 11th episode. Damn, 11th episode. I don't know much about serialization of webcomics or mangas in general, but I think the 11th episode is pretty short, or is it supposed to be really good? And you couldn't even have it published in book form due to troubles with your publisher. How do you know this? He just knows. It was correct last time. Kyrgios. It's very short. The 11th episode is very short. I get how Baldy. Why did I say Baldy? I'm consuming too much Coco content right nowadays. I get how badly you wanted to draw a comic in the classic fantasy genre. But your comic isn't really a classical fantasy novel now, is it? It's more of a shoujo comic. After you saw how the readers reacted to your comic, you introduced a new character out of spite. It's so difficult just blocking their attacks. So she just introduced a new character out of spite. I mean, few times it kind of goes very well, but other times, nah. He was strong unlike any other character in Peaceland. How do you know all that? Badly? Yes, badly, not Baldy. How do you know all that? You just have to read a lot. Although he only appeared once because your comic had to end abruptly, that doesn't mean you can just pretend as if he never existed. Wait, so is Asuka Ren a character from TWSA, or is she a original playable character like Sooyoung and Sooyoung and Ansooyoung are the same, Sangha, all those people like that? Or is she just a supporting character in TWSA? Although he only appeared once because your comic had end abruptly, that doesn't mean you can just pretend as if he never existed. I know that no author wants to remember their failed masterpieces, but that is still a story that existed. Here's a crazy this though. No, I did not see the character window. I don't think they showed her character window yet. Also, what was I saying? Yeah, here's a crazy thing. Before I applied to a job, I tried to become a webcomic writer. I had a pen name called The Droplets. Damn, I was in school, alright. I know that no author wants to remember their failed masterpieces, but that is still a story that existed. She didn't like the comic she drew because that comic is what ruined her life. Oh, just in 11 episodes? What happened? But when her comic became a reality, imagine the work you just put in, the work you worked for really hard, and it suddenly just becomes a reality for some other world, and you just did not know it, and you get isekai in there. Now that I think about it, it's just novel extra, bro. You guys read the novels extra or any extra webtoons where the main character is just isekai into his own novel and he becomes an extra, not as a main character? That kind of webtoons. She couldn't bring herself to destroy the world she created with her own hands. Yeah, imagine what she felt the first time she just laid her eyes on Peaceland, because she was once the god who created this very world. Whether you like it or not, this is a world you created. All the characters here are your creation. You should take responsibility for them. No matter how little, there were still people out there who used to read your story. True. Doesn't matter who's watching, doesn't matter how many people are actually watching you, but the fact that even one person is watching you, you gotta be responsible for that and deliver, bro. Yesterday I had like just 0 watches and I was still continuing even though I did not have any audience per se. And I've seen a lot of Twitch streamers who don't actually do it when they don't have any audience. So I just find it very crazy. Just because they don't have any audience, they just can't press record and record. Yes, Saki, you are here for me. Thank you. No matter how little, there were still people out there who used to read your story. You have a high understanding of the character Asuka Ren. Finally, I was waiting for this pop-up to miss. I really want to know what she's thinking right now. I want to see what she is thinking to use the skill Omniscient Readers level 2 on her. This is a world you created. All characters here are your creation. Bro is lecturing her while fighting these guys. It's fine, it's fine. I thought I would not stream yesterday. It just happened. It just happened. You should take responsibility for them. Character Asuka Ren is touched by your sincerity. Sparkle. Way of the wind? Way of the wind? You're right, huh? Asuka? I need to beg for their forgiveness. The Peacelanders. Sparkle. She just grabbed his arm and this green lightning. What? Character Asuka Ren's attribute, creator of Peaceland, has been activated. That's her whole attribute, creator of Peaceland. I mean, she is. Damn. Holy shit, that's a long panel. Branches, and between them we see the panels of the manga she just drew. Damn, bro. And the branches leading to these guys. Main scenario 6, Little Savior. Hidden scenario, Serpent Hunting. Alright. I need to beg for their forgiveness. Sparkle. Character Asuka Ren's attribute, creator of the Peaceland, has been activated. And we get a god tier panel. I really want to know though. Do they use... do they actually draw it in the computer, or do they just generate it? I don't think they generate anything. Okay, let's just pretend I didn't ask that question. It's genuinely retarded. Draw. Yeah. Omniscient Reader, episode 137, chapter 25. Those who face a god, part 3. Damn it. I just realized the god in this reference could be Asuka right now. Damn it. What's this trees? It's her ability, bro. It is our ability, alright. Oh. The tree just sprouted. The branch just sprouted. This way. Oh. Who goes there? Oh. Izumi? Is that Izumi? This is over there. Is that the Serpent King or Rumble? Lightning. Ah! Okay, it's not Izumi. Maybe? Oh, no, it's not Izumi. These men were from Izumi's clan, but no, it's not Izumi. Lightning though? Is it Kirigyos? I'm sorry, I'm butchering that name again. Let me ask again. Who goes there? Lightning and thunder of the white storm. A voice that sounds like a constellation. Wait. A voice that sounds like a true constellation's voice, despite not being one. A power strong enough to turn catastrophes into dust, despite being a small person. This whole text was just... and this is considered a passing character in TWSA, bro. What? The most powerful returnee of TWSA, born on Peaceland. Wait, but how is he classified as a returnee if he is native Peacelander? Kirigyos Rodgraham? Kirigyos Rodgraham. Damn. Not gonna lie, his initial design makes me think he's a cultivator. Rodgraham. Most incarnations consider constellations to be the most powerful beings in the star stream, but there are other beings who are powerful enough to go up against the constellations. I think the Dokebi King can also go against a constellation though. Okay, so by that logic, I can assume this guy got isekai into another place and he returned back to Peaceland. There are demon kings who refused their chance to become a constellation. Holy moly, is that frills? No, it's just, is that a dragon, bro? It's just, okay. And even dragons who rule at the top of the food chains as monsters. Then what about humans? We're just bottom in the barrel. Could humans ever reach a level where they could oppose a constellation? Have you ever seen a character like this in TWSA? I don't think so, right? No. To answer that question is standing right before me. Oh. So he is the guy. Kirigyos. He is a human being who transcended the limitations of a human being and is now standing head to head in the power scaling of constellations. Damn. Okay. It's an honor to be in your presence, Kirigyos. Dokja being respectful as holy. Okay. Interesting. You have sacrificed your own existence for the survival of another planet. What do you mean sacrifice your own existence? We still here. I will let you off this time saying how brave you were. Take your friend and get out of my sight. He a cranky one though. You're right, he levitating. Why he levitating? Returnees. They are beings who were born with special gifts and transcended their mortal existence thanks to the blessings of the star stream. So basically he reached the Tao. He reached the Tao. If we don't know, in Chinese cultivations, the peak that one cultivator can achieve is the Tao. So basically he did reach the Tao. Among such beings, Kyrgios was blessed with enough powers not to be drawn into the magnetic force of the Dokebi scenario experts of men. Okay, so he was that OP that even the Dokebis couldn't draw him near. I must have a word with you. Do you consider yourself worthy of my time? Exerts. Okay. It's exerts, not experts. Fuck. Okay. Exerts. Oh man. I must have a word with you. Do you consider yourself worthy of my time? When I am the white storm of paradox. Oh, white storm of paradox. So whatever he does, he has paradoxical? His nature is paradoxical? Damn! Ho. The glowing eyes and the blacked out upper face? Damn. Okay, he is him. He's strong. How could a mere mortal, a small person at that, be this powerful? Bro, he's judging. Personal skill, the fourth wall has been activated. I do remember the unbreakable faith he got from the broken faith when he traded in the nucleus of Etiosaur. Intriguing. You must be protecting yourself using some unknown force. Oh, he sensed the fourth wall. Character Kyrgios Rodrigum has taken an interest in you. Oh, a near constellation level being took an interest in us. Kyrgios, this world needs your help. Is that why you sought me out? That's right. As did that other small beings. The small constellation of this little planet looks at Kyrgios Rodgrim with teary eyes. A small constellation of the little planet has gifted 10 coins to Kyrgios Rodrigum. 10 coins, bro. It's exactly 10 coins every time. I don't need it. Shoo! I don't need it. The small constellation of the little planet is shocked. Is in shock. All things are due to expire someday. Just as all stories must come to an end. So bro just accepted it? Bro, Kyrgios, you just accepted the fate of little people. And for this planet, the end is now. Then why did you return here when you'd already left the Peace Land a long time ago? I mean, what was his name though? The white demon, the dragon, what was it? Of paradoxes? The white storm of paradoxes. It's kind of contradictory as well. As for this planet, the end is now. Then why did you return here when you'd already left Peaceland a long time ago? Something called for me. Asuka? The creator of the world called for the strongest being in Peaceland. So, if I'm getting this right, no, it is right. Alright. Don't fool yourself. Did you not come back to protect your home planet? I don't have any fond memories of this place, this planet. Because this is where you were born weak. Wait, I thought he was born with a special gift and blessings with a star stream. But no, he was born weak and later he grinded to be this powerful. Because it's the mother planet that brought you into this world. Is that cursed body of yours. In that cursed body of yours. Wait. Because it's the mother planet that brought you into this world. In that cursed body of yours. Why is body cursed? I suggest you watch your words. And don't make me repeat myself. Get lost. There won't be a third. Doja ain't gonna stop here. Are you scared? Holy moly. Are you scared? Pussy? Come on. What? I asked you if you were scared. Man, look at him though. He clearly knows he can die right now. Look at the man. Of those constellations who toy with your world. Of that conniving serpent. Oh, he just exuded a force. If you wish to die, I shall grant you that wish. Holy moly. I mean, I kinda saw this same art style with Jingu, but at least some of his body features was visible in this art style. But damn, all of it, Doja never learns. Through that. Don't lie about the real reason you came here. You came to watch this planet die, did you not? Dokja is just trying to die on the hill, bro. I know that you are not able to use your powers to their true potential because the possibility closes. I mean, when you have a this much bursted character in a I don't want to say a backwater planet, but a pretty new starter zone planet, but the imagine the possibility charges you get from that. It doesn't make sense. You won't even have to lift a finger. Constellation, Prisoner of Golden Headband, is displeased with Kirigyo's actions. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, is offended by Kirigyo's unjust ways. Constellation, Scribe of Heaven, Metatron? Metatron is protesting Kirigyo's interference in the scenario. I will defeat the catastrophes of the Peaceland. I like how Dokja always quotes death and manages to come out of it alive, bro. If it was any other character, insanely, they would get power crept and just killed right there and then. But Dokja, that main character energy, baby. So take me and wait. Apprentice? Take me in as your apprentice while coughing up blood as well. We're going on a training arc with Kirigyo's. Man does not look. Man is not pleased by that one bit. Main scenario, Little Savior. Renowned catastrophes and currently encountered 1 out of 2. King of catastrophes. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Hidden scenario, Serpent Hunting. Category hidden. Difficulty S-. Play conditions. Hunt down the target in the area where the 6th main scenario is held. Time limit until the end of the main scenario. Reward 80,000 coins, the trust of the Queen of the Darkest Spring. Penalty for failure, you will be banned from entering the underworld. Okay, on to the next one. The possibility storm, it must be because he killed those 2 Wind Shadow Squadron members earlier. This is the new thing, right? A red possibility storm. Every time we saw it, it was in either purple or blue, but a red. Since he wasn't summoned because of the scenario, he'll be under immense possibility limitations, even if it isn't as much as what the constellations feel, because it's currently being present there as to the constellation just watching it from the stream. The heavens must be asking you to fable a disciple about now, right? The heavens. Man, it just goes more into the cultivation thing that I said. Holy shit. Just a moment. Me and my eyes, bro. The heavens must be asking you to fable a disciple about now, right? The heavens. Huh? Take me in as your disciple. I will defeat the catastrophe of the Peaceland for you. Is so dumbfounded by that. How does he know all this? How does he know about the heavens wanting me to take in a disciple? I don't know, bro. Constellation, Prisoner of Gildan. What the hell is a Gildan? Prisoner of the Golden Headband is displeased with Kirigyo's actions. Constellation, Demonic Judge of Fire, is offended by Kirigyo's unjust ways. Constellation, Scribe of Heavens, Metatron, is protesting Kirigyo's interference in the scenario. Nah, bro, my goat Metatron got robbed so hard. You seem to have some peculiar fans following you around. I never thought the proud Monkey King and Archangel would ever support anyone. Dokja is just that he has a dog in him that everyone just makes it everyone to support him. Wait. Where's the secret plotter, bro? What happened to secret plotter and the... Who's the name again? The dragon, the demon... No. The black dragon? Who was the black dragon again? I forgot his nickname. You're right. I cannot save this planet myself, because if I were to intervene in this scenario, all other constellations would also be granted the possibility to do so. Oh, so if that high tier being comes in and pays a possibility, even every other constellation can do that the same thing because they're granted the permission, bro. Okay. The White Storm of Paradox. Kirigyo's Rodrigum. He left his home planet and returned after so many trials and tribulations, only to find himself too powerful to save it from perishing. But that doesn't mean that I can just take you in as a disciple. The secret plotter is MIA and Dragon only wants the action. Yeah, tourist, bro. He left his home planet and returned after so many trials and tribulations, only to find himself too powerful to save it from perishing. So he actually wants to save the Peaceland, but because of the possibilities thing, he can't. So the best thing is here, obviously taking in Dokja as his disciple and training him. But that doesn't mean that I can just take you in as a disciple. I do not accept outsiders as disciples. Besides, you're not qualified enough to carry on my legacy of my strength. What is the actual power scaling? I really want to know the difference between him and Dokja right now. I mean, there is an immense gap between, but how much? Does he outscale the fourth wall? Would this be enough to prove my worth to you? Damn it. I wonder if he would have accepted right away if I were Jingyuk. Ah yes. Dokja unintentionally pushing the Jingyuk propaganda, bro. Straight up. If it hurts my pride. There is a hidden skill that I purchased as soon as the second scenario was over. I think Explorer here mentioned about the Unbreakable Faith, and Dokja did collect the Unbreakable Faith in the second scenario. So okay, we're getting a callback. White pure star energy. Is this the same thing that the Unbreakable Faith used before the 8th of FX? The white star pure energy is Kirigios Rodriguez's famous technique. Let me reintroduce myself. Wait, he's actually okay. Hi, outsider, Dokja Kim. I'm pleased to meet you. With the one knee down, bro. White star aura, something. Yeah, I kind of remember that. The white star aura. Even Jingyuk had it, right? The master of the White Storm School. Hi, outsider, Dokja Kim. I'm pleased to meet you. Master of the White Storm School. Not gonna lie, man, the Kirigios concept is very cultivatorish, which I love, by the way, which I absolutely love. Kirigios Rogrim was a returnee from Amurim world. Despite being a small person, he managed to master martial arts through hard work and become the most powerful being in the world he was sent to, transcended the limits of his species. Tales of his exploits in the first... Is that Murim? Murim mentioned? Murim are just as numerous as they are legendary. One example would be how he took the lives of all worshippers of the evil cult who were taller than him. Wait. The whole time I was just looking at the perspective of them being in a normal size, not as the puny guys they are. Okay, this is even more amazing actually. Holy shit, it was just as tiny when he got isekai into another world. One example would be how he took the lives of all the worshippers of the evil cult who were taller than him. We got some cut content here of how he cut off reproductive organ of a / who made fun of his stature. Oh, bro really cut off his dick for calling him short. Okay. But of course, valid crash out, to be honest. But of course, the most legendary tale would be how he befriended the breaking sky sword and a live sword. Your cell phone grew smaller with you. Asuka? Is that you? Or Kirigios? And so man, I thought for a second that Kirigios actually knew what a cell phone was. But no, it's Aran Suyong. Okay. It grew smaller since I had it stored in the dimensional space code. I still call Bull that even though his dimensional code had the properties of shrinking, how the hell did his pants, shirt and even the boots shrunk, bro, when everyone else's remained the same? Gosh, you hog anything that's good for yourself. I would have never imagined that the strongest man in the first Murim would be from the Peace Land. So is there any second Murim? Third Murim? Well, it's not decided who the strongest actually is, but he is very close. Okay, so there are still potential candidates, basically. But it's good that he accepted you as a disciple. Did he actually accept Dokja? Why he's sitting like that though? Yeah, the original novel is kinda too long for this. No, I don't think the whole outfit comes with that coat. He was having that inner shirt and the pant before he had the space dimensional coat. But it's still crazy to think about. Wait, did I read that? It took Kirigios 2 whole hours before he accepted me as a disciple. It took 2 hours to convince him. Please make me a disciple. Please make me your disciple. Omniscient Reader, episode 138, chapter 25. Those who face a god, part 4. The White Storm school would have perished after I left. I didn't know I had any surviving disciples. He's using his real voice. Right before he used speech bubbles. I mean, this is also speech bubble, but like a Constellation's true voice. So there were previous disciples of Kirigios. Very well, I will accept you as my disciple. Thank you, master. He had us waiting here for 2 hours just to tell us that. Bro was deep in thought. But wasn't it your goal to return to Veronica Castle within 2 days? No, 2 weeks. So we just have 2 weeks for the training. If you guys don't know why I'm just closing my mouth over and over again, I got very bad infection in my mouth. Alright, it's basically like ulcer, but it's an infection on my tongue. Damn, he has weights. Are those weights? Will that be enough time for you to master his secret technique? First day of training. Wear them, the weights. Put these on. Wrist and ankle bands made using Peaceland special ore. Today must be my lucky day. Bro is like me when I'm just going out for shopping and I see workout equipment and I buy them but I don't use them. Metallic training bands restrict your body. Those are the lightest ones I have. The lightest ones. While wearing those are the lightest ones I have. While wearing those, repeat this tab 1,000,000 times. 1,000,000? Damn, 1,000,000 though. But that's just a basic stab. Yes, 1,000,000 times. I mean, the idea is here just to make the body get used to the proper stance and the technique. So just practicing 1,000,000 times is just for your body though, not for the actual technique. For the technique to get used to the body. Yeah. For the body to get used to the technique. Yeah. I think this is the first time we saw Dokja do anything training related basic, right? Yes, 1,000,000 times. The most important thing in mastering martial arts of the clan of the White Storm School, we seek to expand the smallest point. Since the universe stems from the one extremely considered, condensed and tempered point, the Big Bang. I see. I have no idea what he means. Basically, he just means, what does he mean? The most important thing in mastering martial arts, in the school of the Storm School, we seek to expand the smallest point. See the skill that you used to learn and expand on it. Just like the Big Bang did, from the smallest point, you become this whole entire large universe. I see. I have no idea what he means. The second day, those who were born big like you do not know what it truly means to be small. Gee, I don't know why. It's almost like as if we were 6 feet tall. Humans aren't that big themselves, you know. I mean, what am I? 6'1"? That's not tall in this generation, apparently. You're right. From the perspective of the universe itself, all beings are smaller than a speck of dust. It's kind of true though. So it is wrong to call small people small. Even humans themselves are but a speck of dust. It sounds like he's overcompensating for his small stature with his theory of his. This is the same guy who cut someone's reproductive organ just because they called him short. Every small point matter. Yeah, it sounds like he's overcompensating for his small stature with his theory of his. The smaller you are, the closer you are to the true nature of the universe. It makes it easier for one to understand its essence. So the idea is, the smaller you are, the more closer you are to the atom. So you can actually understand what it truly is. What's that got to do with this exercise? Bro, just be stabbing. And that's why I don't normally associate with the likes of you. Huh? The fourth day, focus. If you were born weak, you should make up for it by trying even harder. Man, look at Dokja though. You just be like, come on Dokja, focus. The fifth day, it would have been served you better if you were born an insect. Even a cockroach would do a better job learning than you do. Wait, are we again forgetting about the, I don't know, bookmark skill? Why do we even have a training arc when Dokja can honestly just use the bookmark skill? This is not the first time he did the training though. We remember Lycan? Way of the Wind? It's the same situation right now. Bro has no talent. If there were such a cockroach, I'd like to have him as my master instead. Burn! What? Damn bro, a cockroach. And today is marked 2 weeks of my training. What did you even learn though? Just a stab? It's puzzling how you even managed to master the white pure star energy. You know what's crazy? Him just purchasing the skill. He did not learn it per se, but he purchased it in the Dokebi shop. I read a book of secrets and it just came to me, of course. I'm not lying since I did read TWSA. Fair enough. You and that mouth of yours. With a weak body like yours, you will end up as minced meat in a blink of an eye. I think Dokja's strongest suit is actually his words, how it pierces through anyone, even a goddamn constellations. Bro just yaps his way out of everything. I think that's why Dokja's doing this whole training arc, just to understand how Kirigios actually operates and gain a sufficient understanding to use the bookmark skill. Or did he just genuinely forgot it, like he did in the last time? Gosh, you have a peculiar way of showing concern for your disciple. Bro is a tsundere, bro. Bro is such a tsundere. What the hell? I'm just afraid that you might sully the name of the White School Storm. Sure, master. Why won't he just be honest? He's exactly like I've read in TWSA. And this too is right. It's so accurate to the depictions of the cultivation novels that I've read. I don't know why the masters always are such a big sundares, bro. Every profound master is just fucking sundare. Your understanding of the character Kirigios has increased. Okay, it's starting. Rise. At this rate, I'll die from training before I get to do any real fighting. Compared to the universe, this time is nothing but a fleeting moment. Damn, Kirigios, that went hard actually. Yeah, you're right. Dokja is surrounded by sundares. We have Chungyuk and now we have Kirigios. Even now, even on a small planet, the sun still looks big. Bro, you're like 3 centimeters tall. But that also is but a speck of dust compared to the universe. I wonder how far he actually traveled in the universe for him to just constantly spamming this. Many men have died on this little speck of dust so far. Then, are their lives are also nothing but specks of dust in the perspective of the universe? It is. Okay, I think it is. Does it actually matter, bro? It does not. Come on, Kirigios. I have not accepted any disciples for a long time. But then again, just because it doesn't matter doesn't mean you have to, can't live a little. Obviously you can. I have not accepted any disciples for a long time. Even if you did, I'm sure they would have all run away sooner or later. That may be true. I'm glad there's actually some... He knows, he's aware. I'm glad he's aware though. For 2 weeks straight they were just waiting hereby. Bro, what about the food? Who ate? What did we even eat? Almost everyone who came to me was weak. Everyone in the White Storm School died in the bloodbath in the first Murim. They all got isekai'd? Or did his school actually start in the Murim world, not in this place per se? Except for the most powerful small person of this world, Kirigios. All big beings are weak, so it's only right that they should work even harder. The scenarios we will be up against later on will be incomparable to... You know what? Huh? I want Dokja to just get up and leave, bro. He got what he wanted for the bookmark. It would be crazy if he just said, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm done. Huh? People died even before scenarios began to appear. Maybe over things that mattered even less than they do now. You see people dying over many conflicts, loved ones, people killing some other people for love and even for the love of the game. Is it really that important? No, but other things that you feel that important, it is. To tell you the truth, life was harder for me then because that world was even more absurd. Yeah, man. It was like shackles that tied you down no matter how hard you try to escape them. So what I wanted to tell you is, don't worry. Damn. In a way, I kinda understand Dokja little more than a regular reader would, because even in my past, right, things happened. I'm not gonna say obviously, but things happened, and for almost, I don't know, it's 2026, right? So almost for 8 years, I was in solitary. I was not in prison, guys. I was not in prison. I was just really sick, alright? I was just really sick. I was just spending my time in hospital. And for 8 odd years, I was just in hospital and nothing happened. I was just there day and night, passing through every single day. And when you get faced in that kind of reality, what do? You can't do anything. So in a way, I kind of understand Dokja in a roundabout way. Don't worry. I'm not going to die. You're a strange one. I get that a lot. Honestly, he does. You now have 82,000 stabs to go. 82,000, bro. Damn, he actually finished that much. He won't go easy on me, will he? Nah. If he actually did go easy on you, He's not a right sensei for you. Nah, I'm healthy right now. Don't worry, guys. I'm healthy right now. It's fine. Hey, let's make a run for it. Wait, Doge. What? Did you master it already? Nah, I guess, yeah. He just came here for the understanding level for the bookmark and he got it. And right now he's just bawling out. It looked like you were nowhere near learning it earlier. I managed to steal it. Bookmark, bro. Bookmark. Okay. What are you saying though? Crackle. Oh. Why did Doja suddenly became Nahoomkin? Or should it be accurate to say why did Doja become Gojo? Kirigios has been added to the 5th bookmark. So are these sparks just lightning? So because of the lightning, even his hair turned white. Man, I got a flashback from One Punch Man season 3 by looking at this compositing. Not gonna lie. Main scenario 6, Little Savior. Category main difficulty S. Clear conditions. Fight alongside with the small people to defeat the renowned catastrophes who are attacking the planet of PEACELAND. Time limit 40 days. Rewards 300,000 coins. And question mark. Penalty for failure, destruction of PEACELAND. Renowned catastrophes currently encountered 1 out of 2. Currently we need to hunt down the king of catastrophes. Question mark. In scenario serpent hunting. Category hidden. Difficulty S-. Clear conditions. Hunt down the Scargate in the area where the 6th main scenario is held. Time limit until the end of the main scenario. Reward 80,000 coins and the trust of the Queen of the Darkest Spring. Penalty for failure, you will be banned from entering the underworld. Alright. I'm glad to see actually Doja remembering he has a skill called bookmark. I thought it would be a whole Lycan situation again when he actually forgot about the skill he had.